I spent 10 years building my wife's dream house. The day we moved in, she handed me divorce papers. But she didn't know my dad was a lawyer, and we made sure she'd never see our kids again. We moved in on a Friday. The air still smelled like sawdust and fresh paint, the kind that sticks to your clothes and tells you this house is brand new. Boxes were stacked in every corner. Afternoon light cut through the big glass doors she'd insisted on, hitting the kitchen island I'd spent 2 weekends sanding smooth. "It's perfect," she said, tracing the counter's edge. "It is," I said, smiling. "We did it." She turned, calm, cold. "You did it." Then she handed me a manila envelope. I laughed. "What's this?" "Divorce papers." My stomach dropped. "You're joking." Her face didn't move. "I'm not." Her name was Melissa, my wife of 12 years, mother of our 2 kids. And for the last decade, the reason I worked 16-hour days building this house she designed, down to every window, tile, and cabinet pull. "You waited until we moved in?" I asked. She shrugged like it was nothing. "I wanted the kids to have a stable home before I left. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." "What about them?" "They'll live with me, obviously. This is their home." Her voice was rehearsed, detached. Then I saw it. The faint smirk, the new phone, the perfume I didn't recognize. There was someone else. That night, after she took the kids to her sister's for the weekend, I sat in the half-furnished living room alone, her coffee mug on the counter, divorce papers on the table. I stared at them for an hour before my phone buzzed. My dad. "You sound like hell, son. What happened?" I told him everything. Every word, every look, every lie. He didn't interrupt once, just listened. When I finished, he said quietly, "Bring me the paperwork." Tomorrow morning, my father spent 40 years as a family lawyer. Retired 2 years ago, but he never really stopped being sharp. When I handed him the papers, he flipped through them slowly, page by page. Then again, faster this time. "She's good," he said finally. "This was drafted by someone who knows what they're doing. Probably her new boyfriend." I blinked. "How did you—" He smiled without humor. "I've seen this pattern 100 times. Woman finds comfort in her lawyer. Lawyer sees opportunity. Let's play their game." For the next week, I kept calm. Let her believe she'd already won. She came by every day with her lawyer friend, Grant, mid-40s, slick suit, fake smile. He called me buddy. Melissa stood beside him, arms folded, saying things like, "Once the paperwork's finalized, you can find somewhere smaller. The kids will need space here." I nodded, pretending to be defeated. Of course. The moment they left, I called my dad. We spent 2 nights in his office surrounded by documents, coffee cups, and old law books. Turned out I'd made one smart move years ago. I bought the land before our marriage, under my name only. Melissa had never been on the deed, too busy picking curtain colors to notice. Dad built the case like a fortress. Title deeds, payment receipts, and emails showing she'd approved every transfer from my account. By the end of the week, we were ready. Friday morning, Grant called my dad to discuss settlement. Dad's tone was polite but lethal. "Sure, here's the offer. Melissa gets nothing. Not the house, not the car. And custody? Forget it." Grant laughed. "We'll see what the judge thinks," Dad said calmly. "He'll think it's interesting your client withdrew 50 grand from a joint account into her private one 2 months before filing." Grant's laugh died mid-breath. That night, Melissa called me. "You had no right to go through my accounts." "You used my money," I said. "That gives me every right." "You're not taking my kids. They're our kids," I said evenly. "And the court will decide what's best." There was silence. Then, cold and low. "You'll regret this." The hearing was short, brutal. My father's opening argument cut through every lie like a blade. Her lawyer tried